Good morning, JSerra, and welcome to today's Line Report. I'm Michael.
And I'm Emma. Let's kick the show off with some daily announcements. Happy Monday, Lions. Here are your daily announcements.
The Patrons' Day Mash and Bass is celebration of JSerra's 20th anniversary will be this Saturday, September 23rd. Bring your families and join us for Mass in the Pavilion at 5 p.m. followed by a community-wide picnic on the main football field. All activities and food will be hosted by JSerra and is free for the whole family.
We have two colleges visiting JSerra in person during Lunch B tomorrow. The colleges include Baylor University and the University of Portland. If you would like to speak to a college rep, sign up for the visit in Naviance.
Boston College will visit JSerra in person during Lunch B this Wednesday in room 3114. If you would like to speak to a college rep, sign up to visit Naviance.
And Lion Nation's Game Day's first event is girls volleyball tomorrow as they take on our crosstown rivals Santa Margarita. The match starts at 5:45 and students should wear black. All students in attendance will be entered into the fall raffle. There will be prizes for the best BSM signs and best dressed fan or fans. In between matches, students will compete in games for candy. Come support the volleyball team tomorrow night.
That's it for today's announcements. Back to Emma and Michael.
Thanks for those announcements, guys. Hey Emma, do you know anything about this week's virtue?
I heard it's about justice, but I'd love to know more. Here's Mr. Tobin interviewing Mrs. Desmond to help explain it.
Let's roll it.
Victorious Virtue, we're interviewing Miss Desmond, one of our deans, for the virtue of the week, which is justice. Miss Desmond, you're the deans here and you have a lot of interactions with students, and I think maybe you're the face of justice around JSerra. So what does it kind of look like in your role as being just?
Well, the virtue of justice is giving to God what is his due, and giving to man what is their due. And to a large extent, that's exactly what my job is. My job is to see that those students at this school, all students at this school, do what they are supposed to do in God's eyes. So it could be something as mundane as having a skirt that is the right length. But in God's eyes, each one of these girls is a special and beautiful child of God. And he wants them to live like that and respect themselves. For someone who is cheating, it's a little bit different. It's much more like the justice that one might have in the law, which really doesn't necessarily involve God. But it is a justice that is clean. What is yours, you may use. What is someone else's is not for you to use. It's black and white. So justice is a question of deciding whether or not you have given to God what he deserved and what to man what they deserve.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Mrs. Desmond, and we'll see you next week on Victorious Virtue.
Thank you for that, Mr. Tobin and Mrs. Desmond. Michael, did you know we have 2 new sisters this year at JSerra?
I did know that, and they're the coolest people on earth.
Well, Steve caught up with them to find out more.
Let's check it out.
Hi JSerra, my name is Sister Maria Reginald, and I'm so excited to be in my first year here at JSerra.
Hi, I'm Sister Maria Jose, and I'm the new theology teacher. I teach theology too.
So I started discerning, which is what we call thinking about being a sister, when I was about a sophomore in high school. And I actually entered when I was graduated from high school, so a few years later. But then in the convent, there are several years where you're discerning, where you're practicing, where you're deciding, is this actually what God wants you to be? And so that takes normally about 8 years. And I'm actually not quite finished with that process of formation. You might be finished with the initial formation when you make final vows, and I'm not there yet. So I'm still what you might call in training.
So the process to become a sister, from the time that a young woman enters the convent until the sister professes her final vows, which is when we say that we're going to live this life for the rest of our life and we make a firm commitment, is at least 8 years. So is this my first school? This is not the first school that I've taught at. I've taught before, and I've also taught in California before. So I taught at Marin Catholic High School a few years ago. I taught high school mathematics, algebra 2 and geometry.
That was great, Steve, and welcome, sisters.
Next, we have Dunked On by Kate and Klein. Oh, I mean Parker Gibson.
I love the dunked ons. Let's roll it.
What is your favorite summer memory?
Probably going to the beach in San Diego a lot.
So, what's your favorite part about me?
Why is it taking you this long?
Okay, so when you're eating a taco, do you put your head to the left or the right?
The left?
Very interesting. And then do you like switch ways? Like, do you? So when you eat a taco, do you put your head to the left or the right?
The right?
Same. Or down the middle. So what's your name?
I'm Lucas.
Oh, that's really cool. I'm Luca.
Okay, great.
Is it spelled with a K or a C?
C.
See, me too. So what grade are you guys in?
10th.
10. So have you?
What is your favorite summer memory?
I went to my friend's place.
What is your favorite summer memory?
So my favorite summer memory was I went to China and it was internship in Hangzhou. I had an internship. So it's in a
Thanks for continuing the Dunked On tradition, Parker. While we're on the subject of sports, Marco put together a fantasy football segment for us.
Let's see it. It's not even a competition.
I already know my team is the best here.
Okay? You got that dog in me.
Nobody stands a chance.
I've never lost the league. I took Justin Jefferson at the first overall pick. I'm going against Daniel, who took the 49ers defense first, so...
I'm Daniel. I picked the 49ers defense in the first round. I got Jalen Hurts though, so I know that made Marco mad.
I'm Michael. I can't even count how many years I've been playing fantasy football. The worst team is by far Daniel. Pretty much like an NFL player playing against like little 3-year-olds playing flag football. Like, it's not even a competition.
The worst team by far is Michael. He has such a big head, he thinks his team's the best, but it's horrendous.
I'm Luca Zuccato. I've been playing for like 2 years. The name of my team is Devontae Wants Me because Devontae wants me. Like,
I don't know if you guys saw on the TV, but I was standing there and Devontae, like, he could come up to anyone, he literally came up to me and he like pointed at me, and I was like, me? And he was like, yes, you. And he went like this, and I went okay.
I think Luca is going to get out week 1. You know, I auto-drafted Jamar Chase. Straight up, I'm just going to win the league.
This is my first year playing fantasy football. Everyone else's teams just don't look like as good as mine do.
I've been playing fantasy since I think freshman year. Definitely think I'm gonna win though. Nobody stands a chance. The worst team in the league, definitely Luca. She picked some bums.
I know nothing about football or fantasy football. Travis Kelce first.
I'm the commissioner, so worst case scenario, I just change a few rules around.
Thanks for that, Marco. Can't wait to see the part 2. Well, that's all we have for you today, JSerra. I'm Michael.
And I'm Emma. Have a great day, Lions.